got me feeling powerful with this mic, man. Like everybody listen.
K-Sean on the beat.
I'm about to drop a mixtape.
Welcome everyone. We are here today at Snap Fitness for another episode of the SIPTLK Podcast. I got a special guest with me in the building, Mr. Daniel. How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Thank you for agreeing to do this interview, man.
Bro, I'm honored. It's a pleasure.
Oh yeah, man. First and foremost, man, congratulations on that marriage.
Rocked up.
I love it, man.
I know, married man. I'm a good married man.
Tell me, man, how has that changed your life over how like the past couple of weeks? Has it been a week?
It's been about 3 weeks, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's interesting because we actually already had lived together, and about a year ago we bought a house, and we've done the whole living together. And, we've seen each other's best and each other's worst, so we knew we could tough it out. But it's great, man. It for sure is different, though. I have this feeling of like I can't believe I love you even more than I thought I did. So I'm blessed, man. I got a great life and I got a great wife, and I'm happy about it.
That's good, man. It only gets better from here, man, because all you do is keep building. You're going to have those, trials and tribulations, but
yeah, absolutely.
As long as you're sticking it out, you got it, bro.
She can handle me and my crazy self, and few women probably could, so I'm honored to have her.
Well, you got the hard part out the way. At least you live together, so and that's usually the hardest part, learning to live with someone.
And that's why we wanted to give that a shot first, and see if we could make that happen. And she's honestly, I've had tons of great friends be roommates in the past before, but she's probably been my best roommate ever. We're like best friends, and we're like this. So,
man, that says a lot, man.
Love her to death.
All right. Well, I like to start out each one of my podcasts doing a mental health check-in.
For sure.
So I like to get a rating from a 1 being bad, down on your luck, and 10, I'm on top of the world. So where you rate yourself?
Dude, today I'm a solid 6.
Solid 6.
Solid 6. And the only reason I say that is just because these past few days, for whatever reason, really bad on sleep. And that just goes to show you how important sleep is to, not only mental health, but physical health. And just haven't been great with it. I'm not the best sleeper in the world. I'm also not the worst sleeper, but that plays a huge role in my mood and my attitude. And, I'm always going to put a smile on and make it. But today it's a solid 6, man, and I just got to be honest about that.
Okay. Hey, 6 not too bad, though, man. But
it could be worse. I could be a 1. I could be a 0.
Yeah,
I'll take the 6.
Man, you definitely could. So, what's causing the sleep depriving?
Man, I think it's just now that we've gotten through the wedding and not trying to dive too much into other things, but we've got a lot of things planned as far as business related items and just my personal life of wanting to get back into training and getting back into my routine of doing the things that I used to do as far as martial arts and all that, which I never stopped doing. It's just when you're getting married and you got a house now and you're adulting and you're also trying to start a business, and it's just a lot of moving parts, man. And that's the thing is I've accepted that I'm never gonna always be a 9 or a 10, and I'm gonna have those 5 and 6 days. But I think it's just a whirlwind of things going on.
Yeah.
I'm also a very light sleeper, so if you drop a pen on the carpet, I'm gonna be up.
You're alert, huh?
Never break in my house. You won't get away with it.
Oh no, you're not gonna get away with it with him. I know that for a fact. So what was I about to ask you? Mental health. How important is that to you? How much do you focus on mental health daily?
Dude, it's now more so that I'm getting older. It's becoming something I'm paying much more attention to. And I'm doing that because I neglected it for a while. I've always been the kind of person, when I was younger and I went through, whether it was, emotional damage, physical damage. I've had multiple knee surgeries. I've always been the kind of person to just suppress it and push it down and, maybe not talk to someone and maybe not be as vocal about it as I could be. And I have learned that venting and really, really showing yourself that kind of self-love is it's huge. And if you don't do it now, you're going to end up paying for it later. So
you got that right.
Man, it's okay, man. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you feel on top of the world. You're going to have days where you feel like you're beneath the world. But, man, mental health is huge. And I really think, and just, I want everyone to just, if you're hearing this and taking anything away from this today, is just even if you got a friend, man, you don't got to go see a professional. I mean, it's great and it's always there, but just talk to someone, man. Get in front of someone you can be yourself with and not hold back.
Yes.
Because you'd be surprised how just letting stuff off your chest that you've been bottling up for so long how much of a weight it just takes off your shoulders, man.
Yes, man, and that's why I try every day, man. I come in, like, it don't matter what I got going, like you put a smile on your face every day. I come in, I try to speak to everyone in the gym. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? You never know. That little hey, how you doing may get that person through the rest of their day. You know, they like, at least somebody speaks to me today. Yeah. Somebody cares, you know, enough to see.
And another thing that keeps me humble, man, this is just something that's always been in the back of my head, is that no matter what I'm going through, I guarantee you, I'll bet my life on it right now, someone out there would love to have my problems. They would love to have my stress.
Man.
They would trade all of the terrible things that are going on in their life right now for all of the terrible things that are going on in my life. And that levels me, man. I got a lot going on for me right now, and I'm 27 years young, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. And I just think that, you know, it's just, you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself and let yourself know that there's so many more horrible things that could be happening to you, and just take what you have and count your blessings and just walk forward with it.
Yeah, man, that's a good lesson to live by, y'all. Y'all take heed. All right, man, so we're going to transition into Snap Fitness, man. I want to know, how did you get here? What was the process like, man?
Yeah, man, it was interesting. Long story short, we got 2 locations here in town. I manage and run this one. It's off Heritage Drive. We got another one on University Avenue across town. I graduated from the University of Mississippi in 2017. I believe it was late 16, early 17. I went over to that other gym. I was just doing my normal workout. Used to always be over there. Never really came on this side as much. And funny enough, ceiling just had a terrible leak in it. Bosses had to come down to check it out. And then Ryan, who's the other manager across town, he introduced me to one of my employers. His name is Todd Bozier. Shout out Todd. He's an awesome guy. Blessed me with an amazing job. But we actually didn't start off with just Snap. He is an innovator and creates a lot of stuff. If you've ever noticed, man, in the back we have those big cylinder bags. It's a piece of workout equipment that you fill with like shot bells, like nylon. I think
I've seen it.
Yeah, they're in the back. It's called Disruptive Strong. It's basically a functional tool for multi-directional training. And when the company first got started, Todd let me test a lot of it. And the reason he wanted me to test it, because I do martial arts. I did martial arts a lot back then and still do now, and incorporated it a lot with my training. And just for me and him kind of going back and forth on the product, you know, he knew me and knew I was a trustworthy person. And when the time came for a new manager to fill the role, he just kind of asked me, and it worked out perfectly because he asked me 2 weeks before I graduated from Ole Miss. So the timing was perfect. I said, I'm 2 weeks away from walking. I don't have a job lined up. And here I am, man. And they've been awesome bosses to me. And I love my job. I absolutely love it here. It's a great job. Don't get me wrong. You have a good day. You have your good days. You have your bad days.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. It kind of, if I had to be honest with you, it was one of those right place at the right time kind of
things. Especially coming out to Ole Miss, and I don't know if you was decided on what you were going to do, or you didn't have any direction or anything.
I had a rough idea, man, but nothing was concrete. I was just I was willing to roll with the wind on that one, and I think that's totally fine. I think even after college, when you're 2 weeks away from graduating, you don't need a concrete plan.
Of course.
It's weird, man. Some of the best stuff in your life will just kind of fall into your lap sometimes, and I'm a big believer in it's because it was supposed to be that way. You know, every tough scenario in life kind of prepares you for the next thing, and I think everything happens for a reason. So
absolutely. Being at Snap Fitness for so many years, what has Snap Fitness taught you over the years?
Man, there's been a variety of things I've learned here. The first one, just starting out as like the manager and someone that brings in new members and signs them up, is developing people skills, which having a lifetime of martial arts experience. I've always taught and instructed martial arts, and I've always felt like I've been decent enough at speaking with people one-on-one. I feel like Snap really refined that skill with just how to talk to people. Selling a membership. I mean, it's just the whole refining a sales pitch, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it. And I feel like directly as far as the job relates, it's helped me with that. But managing and running an overall operation like the gym, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. And the job has definitely gotten me better at multitasking. You kind of have to be good at doing a lot of things at once. And then now, especially that I've kind of upgraded from manager to, I also host a couple of classes here at the gym. So now I'm responsible for group fitness classes. And then at the end of last year, I got certified, and now I'm a trainer. So now I have my own clientele that I'm doing. So I do love it like that, though, man, because not that I ever disliked this job at any point, but I feel now I have so much on my plate and I have so much responsibility, and I'm not just the guy answering the phone. I'm the guy that has his own personal clientele that's making them better. And and I'm taking care of this place like it's my own. And that's the great thing is, like, you know, that's why we're here. That's why Ryan and I are here, is our bosses trust us. And, you know, I get up every day and come here to look after this place. And I just feel like working here has really taught me how to really take something like a gym or a building or something that, you know, means a lot to a lot of people like yourself.
It does.
You know, this is an outlet. People come here and they use this as therapy. And for me to just have the opportunity to keep the place clean and running the proper way so that people can come here and enjoy themselves makes me feel a little bit better. So
yeah, you're absolutely right about that. It's definitely therapeutic.
Absolutely.
All right, you were talking about the classes, man. I definitely want to know, how did you get into martial arts?
Yeah, man, that was you know, not to be a little, you know, have a sad story here, but, you know, we all and stuff, and
of course.
And, you know, through all that, and mine came pretty early. I remember bowling for me hit home at probably like 5th, 6th grade, and you know, that was always just something that didn't sit well with me. And my brother was a lot older than me, and he was doing martial arts, and just got to a point, man, where like it was just happening so often in the 5th and 6th grade. And I think my parents finally saw like what I looked like and how I was, you know, being treated. And don't get me wrong, like we got all that stuff settled out with bullies and all that, but I think from like a perspective of like making myself better and being like, well, you don't have to be that little kid that just takes it. You don't have to just, you know, you can do something about it. You can have more self-respect for yourself.
Yeah.
You can go the extra mile, and you can put yourself in an uncomfortable position like martial arts. And that alone is just going to teach you how to adapt, because as humans, that's what we're made to do, man. We're made to adapt in whatever scenario or circumstance is thrown at us. We're supposed to be able to face it with adversity. But young age, man, got bullied a little bit, had the opportunity to start martial arts with my brother, so it wasn't as intimidating. I had my big bro there to kind of watch after me. And dude, I got hooked, man. I got absolutely hooked. I really think, you know, all of my life has just, you know, for the most part, with the exception of like my more recent adult life and getting married in a house and everything, it's all been revolved around martial arts. I've had 3 surgeries in my entire life, all of them martial arts related. I started when I was 9, man, doing Olympic Taekwondo and Hapkido. I went from there to kickboxing. I went from there to regular boxing. I was teaching. I started teaching little kids, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. You know, if you can teach it, and that's the thing, man, if you can teach a kid, you can teach an adult. It's tough. It is not an easy job. I give all the kudos in the world to anybody out there, whether it's academics, physical. If you are teaching kids, it makes you a better teacher.
Exactly.
You're also bringing up that next generation and that next wave that's coming into the world. But really, man, just getting my reps in teaching kids, teaching adults. Had a couple of injuries training, got them fixed, never stopped, kept coming back. I've competed my whole life. I've had fights. It's just been a big part of my life, man. I love it to death, and now I'm kind of at a point where I'm getting back into that competing, you know, phase where I'm 27 years young, and I got a lot of stuff that I needed to get out of the way as far as my house and my relationship and everything, and we got other things that are set in the horizon, but that's something that's always going to be there for me. And I'm also, you know, using things like my classes here at Snap and my private coaching and teaching to give back and teach people that valuable skill, which I think it's priceless, man.
It really is.
It's absolutely priceless. If you've never done martial arts before, I don't think there's a correct answer of which one to start. You can do anything. You could box, you could wrestle, you could do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you could just do an MMA class and try a little bit of everything. Yeah. But I think it is just so important, and you will thank yourself after doing it. You wish you would have started it earlier.
Man, you sure you ain't 47 or 37? You said like you got a full life. You just went down a whole list of things. I'm like, this dude did this before.
I've been here a while.
Before 28 years old, he's got a whole resume.
I'm not stopping anytime soon, bro. I'm going till I hit 100.
Talk about diversing the portfolio.
Yeah, man. I'm trying.
Well, all right, man. We talk about the fighting and, you know, the being here. You know, of course, if you're fighting, you got to be having a good diet, right? So we got to get on this nutrition, man. How do you stay in shape? What do you
honestly,
need?
it's that term, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's the most real thing ever, man. I think that you don't have to be doing 2 workouts a day, and you don't have to be going hard in the paint every single day. I love honesty, and you have to be honest with yourself and realize that you're going to have days where you wake up feeling like a 6.
Yeah.
And you might not want to go work out or train, but that's something that needs to be a priority. And that's ultimately what it comes down to, man, is like making it a chore. I mean, you don't think about eating. Like, if it got to a point where your stomach was eating itself, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm so lazy, I just don't feel like eating. You're going to do it, man.
You're going to get up and eat.
If you're thirsty, you're going to do it. If you're falling asleep standing up because you haven't slept in days, you're not going to be like, I'm lazy, I don't feel like sleep. That's how it has to be with working out.
Yeah.
You know? And you don't don't have to come every single day, but start slow. And like you know, like you were mentioning with the diet, that's more than half the battle right there. A lot of people think that you can outrun a terrible diet with just constant work.
I've tried.
It doesn't work, man. It sadly doesn't work. If it did, then you know there would be no need for all these healthy foods. But I think my biggest thing and my biggest takeaway from this is moderation. You don't always have to eat the best things in the world. You think you got 7 days in a week. If you do more good than bad in those 7 days, you're moving forward, man.
Yeah.
And start realistic. I tell everyone, don't just cut out all of the fast food and whatever you're doing and say chicken, rice, broccoli for 7 days. It's not going to happen, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be negative, but it will not happen.
It's hard.
You got to start with 1 or 2 days, man. Start with 1 or 2 days. Throw something in there that's out of the normal for you that you know is good for you. And then just start incrementally doing more good than bad. And I feel like that helps people stay with it longer, because it's always the ones that jump in a little too fast. They pull back the fastest too, is because it's a little too much. It's a little too much of a shock, you know? So my biggest thing, man, is diet is over half the battle. It starts slow and steady. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay?
Yeah.
So if you try and burn yourself out in the first week 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 aren't happening.
And is it? You're absolutely right. And sometimes we treat it like a sprint because we want those results right then and there.
Yeah, man. And that's and we're all guilty of it. We all wanted 6 packs overnight. We all wanted giant arms overnight, man. And it's really like, it's all about the reps, man. It's not about who did most in one day. It's about who did the most over time.
Yeah.
And you'll have little bad days in there, but it doesn't matter if you had a really, really good day compared to one of my days. If you stopped at that one good day and I just kept going and going and going, I'm winning. Yeah. I've won. I'm doing more than you.
Hey, absolutely, man. All right, so between teaching and being the, I guess, phone call guy, whatever you want to call it. Managing. Yeah, okay, let's say managing. Managing sounds better. What are some traits that separates you from somebody else, like getting the average Joe to come in here and do it? Like, what do you say that Daniel has that nobody else has? Like, what do you can say about yourself that would make people want to come to this Snap Fitness because of you?
I think that I take really good care of this gym, and I think that I'm constantly up here, and with me being a trainer and me being a group fitness instructor, it's much more than just coming up here to answer the phone or just coming up here to get a paycheck. I legitimately and truly feel and treat this place as it's like my own, even though I have owners. Owners obviously run this place. They own it. I'm the one that's running it, and I do that because that's what I'm here for, and I sincerely care about it. And you can ask anyone in here if you ever need help with anything, you know, with me being a trainer and with me having a lot of experience with the weights, you know, cardiovascular training, circuit training, combat training, whatever you want to say. I always tell people, I don't have to be your trainer, and you don't have to pay me for me to help you. If you have questions, come to the desk.
Come to you to ask you, right?
I don't want people doing stuff in here the wrong way because they're afraid to ask.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing, man. Some people, they either think that they know everything, which they don't. No one knows everything.
Nope.
Or they don't want to ask because they'll feel dumb or stupid. But I think it's the people that don't ask that end up doing the dumb, stupid stuff. So I think that it's a super welcoming environment. I think that we set a good tone here at the gym. Yeah. I think there's a variety of people that come here of all ages. I think that it's for a lot of people like yourself, I know, it's like that little safe haven place where you can go there, forget about what happened at work for the day, say what's up to your 3 bros that you see at the same time every day. And it's the camaraderie, man. It's like, I love the fact that I can see people in the grocery store that I see here, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah, what's up, man? What you got in that cart?
It's the best feeling, dude. And I will say that my wife picks on me all the time, man, because I'm from Oxford and I know a lot of people in this town, and I've been around Oxford for a while. And with me being at the gym, man, every time I go out with my wife, Daniel!
You know somebody, yeah.
Man, we went to Home Depot the other day, 3 people, man. 3 people in Home Depot. All saw me, man. 2 of them from the gym, another old high school friend, and she just always, you know, she'll be like, oh, I'm Daniel, I'm Mr. It's cool, man. I like the fact that I see so many people in here, and then I can see them on the streets and just be like, what's up? Yeah. You know, it's awesome. And I think having that in the gym and making it more of a place of camaraderie than just a place where you're paying dues and showing up.
And just showing up.
Oh, man, it's more than that. It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, man. All right, Daniel, I got one last question for you, man.
Yeah, hit me with it.
5 years from now, man. What if 5 years from now, where you see yourself?
5 years from now, man, I'm going to be doing whatever I want because I'm going to be my own boss.
Ooh.
I'm going to have my own schedule.
Speak it.
I'm going to be doing all of the fighting, all of the vacations, and everything I want to do. I'm going to probably have a couple grandbabies out for my mom and dad. and and I'm just gonna live my life, man. I'm gonna live to 100, and I'm gonna be doing this till I'm 100. And I'm gonna do it all because I can, and I'm working hard now, and I'm gonna set myself up for freedom.
Yeah.
And whatever is in front of me that I have the opportunity to do, it's getting done.
That's right, man. I love that positive attitude you have, man. Speaking into existence, man. I love it, man.
Speaking into existence, man. If you think it, if you obsess about it, it's gonna happen. Put good energy into stuff, and good stuff will come back to you.
That's right. The law of attraction, man.
Exactly.
I understand. All right, y'all. Another episode of the SIPTLK Podcast. Thank you, Daniel, for this, man. I really enjoyed it, brother.
Anytime, man. Happy
All
back
right.
whenever.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned. Tune in.
Later.
All right.